So for whatever we have learned, let's write the Python logic based on that. So here I have defined the function and I have written the code for calling the function as well. So here to find the single number using binary search, let's just start by defining couple of helper variables starting from 0, and end will be pointing to the last index of the array, which is nothing but length of the array -1. Here I have typed it wrongly. Along with that, I will also define one variable middle, initialize it with -1. Now I will simply run a loop as long as start is less than end. What I want to do is I want to calculate the middle. So first to get the middle, I have also imported the math here as well. So here let's just do math.floor of start plus end divided by 2. Okay, now if you remember the property that I have explained, till we find the single number, till the position where the number is appearing only once, every value will start appearing at even index and its duplicate will be available at the odd index. So here whatever the middle that we have got, right, we can check if the middle is even or odd. If it is an even one, then the value will be available at middle and middle plus 1 index. If at all this middle that we have got is odd number, then middle -1 and middle indexes will have the same value. So let's check that condition here. First let's do if middle percentile 2 is equal to 0, that means that middle is an even number. Along with that, if at all the value we have at the middle index is equal to the value we have at the middle plus 1th index. This is if the middle that we have calculated is even number, or if at all the middle that we have calculated is middle percentile 2 is equal to 1, that means that it is an odd number. Here I need to use OR, it is Python, right? So if it is an odd number, that means it will be equal to 1. Along with that, the value at middle -1 will be equal to the value at middle index. That means that the property that I have mentioned is not yet breaking. That means that the single value will be available after middle index. So to continue our search, I will update start with middle plus 1. Okay, if the above property is not matching, that basically represents that the property is already broken and anywhere from start till middle can contain that single number. So to continue the search in that range, I will update the end with middle itself. Okay, once we complete executing this while loop for all the scenarios, whatever the value we have at the start index, that basically represents the single number. So we just need to return here. Okay, so that is the effective way of finding the single number in the array of values we have got, in which every value is appearing twice except one value. That value is nothing but single number, and that is what we are returning here. Okay, now let's just try to call this function and validate it on the input that we are passing. So if you look at the input that I have here, 1 and 1 is appearing twice, 2 and 2 is twice, 3 is there only once, and remaining all values are also appearing twice. So if I run this now, the output should be 3. 3 is what we have got on the console. Let's just assume 3 is there twice, only 4 is appearing once. So if I run this now, 4 is also coming as output. Okay, you just modify it according to the case where every value should be appearing twice except 1. So here 6 is appearing only once. So if I run this now, the expected output is 6, and that is what we've got. For example, let's just say I passed only 3 values. Okay, out of these 3 values, 2 is appearing only once. So if I run this now, 2 is what I'm expecting, and that is what I have got on the console. Okay, and to test the even worse scenario, let's just say the array that I have passed has only one value. That itself is single number, right? So if I run this now, I'm expecting 1 as output, and 1 is what I have got on the console. Okay, so whatever the logic that we have written for finding the single number in the array of values is working absolutely fine. Okay, so that's it for this problem. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next problem discussion.